right, welcome to another episode of Expand Your Brand. Today's episode, I should say, we're on Wednesday, it's March 1st, but we're filming it tonight on Monday, so it's a little different, just Austin and myself, a little different episode. I think it's been a little while since we did one, but I think Kim and I just wanted to do some updates, talk about some things that we have going on, that we have planned for the show coming up soon. You know, we got March Madness around the corner, we got the Masters coming up too. I think some ideas and plans that we're going to do. Maybe some insight from you guys, some ideas of guys that you want to see come on the show too, as well. But you know, obviously it's something different, but I think it's kind of cool that we want to just give you guys some updates as well too. So appreciate you guys tuning in. But before we start the episode and what we talk about, Austin, what we got today for cigar?
Bro, I got a Back to the Leather Rose. I am completely on this kick, so Fat Bottom Betty and Leather Rose, I'm just going back and forth, and I'm really liking it. So, how about you?
I'm going back to day one with the Christophs.
Oh,
you know?
knew it.
I switched, I was like, quick, something. I walked in here a little bit later than I wanted to, so I got to grab something quick and go to my go-to. But Austin, first of all, let's just jump into it because I know we mentioned it in episode 1. Want to kind of bring it up again. You're inducted to the Westerly High School Hall of Fame. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
You're going in for basketball, which Austin was a hell of a basketball player. And I want to know your thoughts and feelings on the whole situation and everything.
Well, it was... This is my 10th year out of high school, so it was the first time I was up for it, which I was super excited for. I thought I had a good chance, and I'm glad that I was able to actually achieve that. I think it's just it's a great honor to be able to be inducted into any Hall of Fame, and especially your high school one, because you're looking back, I put in so much work. Like, I was never really into partying. I never really hung out with a lot of people. It was kind of just basketball, you know. So to really get rewarded and to see how far I've come, looking back on the past 10 years and then the 4 years of high school, it's pretty amazing to me, and I'm very fortunate to be able to accept it and be in the position that I am.
Yeah, it was cool. I mean, I started floating around, and then I think Joe also wrote about it too. So just wasn't also in the Westerly Sun, and Joe put it on Golf News RI, so all the subscribers got to see it as well.
Yeah.
But it's just an amazing accomplishment, because for what you did and the achievements that you were able to achieve, you know, senior year averaging 25 points per game, breaking at the time the leading scorer, like, you know, all-time leading scorer, most three-pointers, like all the stuff that you did. And I would always see your name in the paper. I was coaching basketball at the time, but I'd always see stuff pop up about you, like you won MVP up in like some summer league, right, or something like that. You were up at some camp.
Yeah, 5-star camp. That was pretty cool. 5-star camp. I don't know if anyone knows about it, but it's everyone that you see on TV went to a 5-star camp at some point in their life. So it's a great camp. They run it perfectly. You stay there. You basically have 4 or 5 days of basketball from 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. So I played really well. I think it was like the second time I went to the camp. Played really well and ended up getting MVP there, which was an awesome achievement. And yeah, I mean, I just think that I love the process of getting better, you know? Like, throughout high school, each year, I averaged 4 more points than the year before.
Right.
So, 16 points my sophomore year, 20, and then 24.5 my senior year. So, it was just always every day waking up, going to the Y or going to the high school, and drill after drill. And honestly, Jimmy Barron was my inspiration. I did every drill that he did. There's this YouTube video that I would watch every day, and I did the drills nonstop and worked on my footwork, and it was a process, and it ended up working out for me. And it was never a goal of mine to break any records, you know?
Yeah.
It's never, I wanted to win a championship, and that was my main goal, and winning every time I stepped onto the court, whatever I had to do to win was the main objective. And it just boiled down to me having to score, you know? So, it was cool. The individual stuff was cool to get, but that wasn't the the main goal. It just ended up kind of happening in the midst of it, So
yeah. That's so cool. I mean, it's cool like that you, I think, bring up the, you wanted to win a championship and everything just kind of happened along the way. But obviously the hard work and the dedication was there because you're getting up to go to Hawaii, you're getting up shots, you're watching videos of what Jimmy Barron is doing. Shout out Jimmy Barron's at IMG Academy now. But like watching all that stuff and putting in the hard work, do you have any like advice for any of the younger kids out there that may be watching, or parents that maybe can kind of like help the kids that want to help their kids achieve goals or what something that they're looking to do?
Yeah, I guess as far as parents go, like, just don't push your kid. My parents never ever pushed me. They gave me the resources that I needed in order to strive in what I wanted to do, but they never pushed me. If I didn't want to go try out for that team, I didn't have to. If I didn't want to go to a camp, I didn't have to, And I think that just being laid back and watching me and allowing me to navigate my own way, I think that was a key factor. There's a lot of parents out there that are hovering, that are pushing their kids, and eventually that push breaks and the kid becomes disinterested.
Right.
There's not a lot of cases where that push ends up working out like it did with Tiger Woods or other people to that nature, So as far as that, I don't think pushing your kids. I think letting them, if they want to play basketball, they want to play basketball. If they want to sing, they want to sing. If they want to play an instrument, that's their life, Living, trying to live through your kids, I don't think is the name of the game at all. And you do see it from time to time. And then as far as just don't listen to what anyone says,
I like it.
do what you want to do, right? This is your life. You're able to do whatever, you're able to become whatever you want to be. So do that.
Nice.
You don't need to listen to people, and just work extremely hard, and you can achieve really anything in this life if you do that. So
yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're absolutely right. I love that attitude too, because I think seen it in certain situations and where people push their kids in the wrong direction, but also I've seen it with kids in an aspect of like they're trying to push their kid to do something that they don't want to do, or like you said, to live your life, and you had the choices, and you never know what you're going to be able to amount to unless you believe in yourself. And
right.
You got to go after things that you want to do, and I think that's great words of advice as well too.
Yeah, and if anyone watching, if you want to reach out, I love being able to help people. That's why I got into coaching. I love the aspect of being someone that people can lean on in times that they need it. And there's been times in my life that I've needed it, and some people have been there, some people haven't. And in the case that they haven't, you just got to push through, and that's where you really learn about yourself. But if you have someone to lean on to, it's always good to be able to get that other opinion,
Yeah. Definitely. Well, it's awesome that you're able to put yourself out there too, because I'm sure a lot of people look up to you, and I'm sure a lot of kids now that are playing know who you are. I know my nephew knows, and like always says that you're such a he had you as a coach, and just always has great things to say about you and what you coach the team for and everything like that. So Austin's a great guy, obviously, and reach out to him. You definitely take that advice so you have the opportunity to talk to someone of his level of everything.
Yeah, I would love it. I would love it.
I don't know if you want me to say this, but May 5th is the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
We're gonna be actually filming it.
Trying to.
I think we're gonna figure out a way to try to film it and try to make it a special episode and put that out there, because I think what Austin has to say, and you can probably speak about it more than I can, but I think your speech is gonna be something really cool, I think.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and make it cool. I haven't even started it yet, but I think that I want to bring awareness to a lot that's going on and a lot that I've seen, and also obviously give thanks to everyone that has helped me along the way. I know that my former coaches are going to be there, which I am ecstatic about. They've helped me become who I am, and my family's going to be there, which is the whole reason why I am who I am and how I am who I am. So I'm excited. I can't wait. I'm glad that you're going to be a part of it, and it should be good. May 5th.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be really awesome. I can't wait to be a part of it, see it, and see the speech and everything they have going on. So congratulations again, Austin.
Thank
well
you.
deserved. Obviously.
I appreciate it.
Yeah. And then we have some updates. I think we were just actually talking to Brandon about it, and I think Brandon was going to talk to the boss about it. But March Madness bracket. We're going to try to do something for March Madness. We're going to try to maybe set up a pool here. I know Joe from Golf News RI wants to do one too as well. So maybe we can do like a combo or a separated one. I think it would be kind of cool to do something here too as well. Just work. Well, obviously with our sponsors, Vintage has been great. They just, kind of let us in, let us out. But they've been perfect and super, super supportive for us. So I think it'd be kind of cool if we can kind of get something with them and do a bracket together with them as well too.
Yeah, I think that would be awesome. I think it gives us another aspect of the podcast, and I think that it's going to be super interactive and interesting to see who picks who.
Oh my God, yeah, it's going to be crazy. I mean, college basketball has been wild. We'll get into that too. Like, I think Saturday was just like a taste of like what March is going to be like. But I think we might try and hopefully we can see what we can do. We might try and do a live Monday or a live Tuesday or Wednesday episode, depending on if they're what Vintage is going on, because they do their episodes on Wednesdays too. Try to do like a live episode here. Maybe we could talk about our picks. Maybe get Mike in or something like that. Do some guest picking with us. But it's going to be a lot of fun, I think, to do something like just bring another aspect to expand your brand. And I think it'll be a lot of fun to like maybe we'll talk some gambling. I know we've been saying we want to do some gambling. I've been when we film, they don't really reach the lines until the day of or the day before. So it's been a little tough just trying to get those in along with the editing. The editing takes a little while, so but I think being able to do maybe a live episode or do a couple days before, we'll know the lines and we can do some stuff and we'll get some cool graphics up there for you guys to check it out.
Yeah, I think that's a great aspect that we're gonna roll out for sure.
Yeah, and I think same thing. We'll try to do something for the Masters too. I think we're like leading right into the Masters, so I think maybe we can do same thing. Kind of do our picks. Who we think is gonna win. Maybe try to do another like fancy thing for the Masters, or I don't know what they do for that, but there has to be something, I feel like.
Yeah, there could be I know I've been in some pools that have like different point values to certain people and different tiers, and then you have like 20 points to pick however many people you can, and we could figure something out for sure. I think it would be cool.
Yeah, definitely. And I think the March Madness one will set up on Yahoo because I think it's a little bit easier to keep track. I mean, I don't want to lose someone's bracket and someone's mad at me. It's easier on there.
Too much responsibility.
I already have too many responsibilities. I can't take on that. Those and that people. I did a bracket once at, I don't know, it doesn't matter. This was years ago. So I did it at work one time. I set one up. It was like a pool money bracket.
Yeah.
And it was the year that Kentucky was dominant, and I think they were undefeated going in, and so I set up this bracket, and everyone it was like tied because everyone's picking Kentucky to go all the way, and it was Kentucky Wisconsin I think in the Final Four, and I picked Wisconsin to beat Kentucky. Everyone else picked Kentucky to go. So I ended up winning the pool. Oh, man, I got a lot of stuff that the next day. Everyone's like, I was collecting money. Everyone's like, this seems a bit rigged. And I was like, it's not. I swear to God, it's not. It's on Yahoo. I have it all. Like, everyone, you guys have the Longan.
That's funny.
I was the only one that picked. I went the opposite of everyone. Maybe I asked.
Hey, that's how you win, though.
Yeah, exactly.
That is how you win. You got to take a risk in that for sure.
Yeah, I mean, there's always someone that makes some kind of run in the NCAA tournament that you never know who's gonna.
And this year it can be a whole plethora of people.
It's nuts, man. It's crazy. Like, there's a lot of great teams. Like, the Big 12 is stacked. The Big East is stacked. Those are, like, pretty much primary ranked teams. And then you have, some outsiders that could, you never know who you're going to get for a small team that's just going to make a run. I know Chicago's not playing that well this year. They're in the A-10. But you never know who's going to kind of, surprise you. It makes a run at you.
There's always a Cinderella story.
Yes, exactly. Yes. I always try to pick one.
Usually an 11 or 12 seed.
Yeah. It was George Washington, too.
Yep.
This another crazy NCAA bracket, but, I was in, a bracket with a bunch of my, cousins and his friends, and I had a perfect bracket going into the Sweet 16 or whatever George
No
Washington
way.
versus UConn, but I picked UConn over George Washington. But George Washington winning.
Man.
But my cousin, I didn't want to look at it. But my cousin's talk. He's like, "You got a perfect back." I'm like, shut up. We don't talk about it. But that got ruined by that.
Jinxing you.
Yeah. So, but I think it'll be fun. I think we're gonna try to do some more fun aspects too of that. I think the Masters, maybe even the players. Do they do the tournament? Have they done the tournament?
The players is this month. Yeah, this
month?
is in 2 or 3 weeks actually.
Yeah, maybe.
So I don't know if we'll be able to do that,
tight,
but
yeah.
I think March Madness and then the Masters, and then by that time we just got word that the Vintage in Charlestown is going to be open, so we'll be able to do an episode out there, which will be interesting.
Yeah, it'd be a lot of fun. Yeah, yeah. I mean, maybe we could do the Masters one down there since they're going to try to open in April. So, and then also don't want to miss their Vintage's event too. I think March 10th. Come down here, catch a game. I'm not sure when March 10th is, but I'm sure that's around some conference playoffs and concert tournaments. So come down here. They're having a tiki thing for Cavaliers too. So it'd be a lot of fun. Bring your best Hawaiian shirt. You can win something, and then
I think I gotta go shopping.
Yeah, I do too. I gotta find something crazy. And then they have something going on with Drew Estate at the end of the month. I think March 29th. Yep. They will be doing some cigar, a rep from Drew Estate will be here, wrapping cigars.
Yeah.
Like that. But
definitely come check it out.
Yeah, definitely. But let's go from a word to our sponsor, and we'll kind of get into the sports news, and that'll be it.
All right.
Welcome to Vintage Cigar Lounge, the place where you escape to, not from. The place where your cigar options are limitless. The place where friends come together and bond over the finest cigars and drinks. The place where your selected few can retreat to and enjoy premium cigars, great conversation, and your liquor of choice within the privacy of our private rooms. Looking for a place to escape to? Our doors are always open.
All right, so the Genesis was this past weekend. Mm-hmm. Rahm won it.
Yep.
I mean, Rahm's playing out of his mind golf.
Yeah, I mean, it's just his swing has become one of my favorites to watch on tour. Just so compact and so powerful, and he is just a competitor. He never backs down, never wavers, and he's just the ultimate champion. He's playing unbelievable. So we'll see if he can keep it up. Is
Guy Scheffler still number one, or is he or is
Rahm just overtook him?
Yeah, I was just saying, it's about time. He's been.
There's the top 10 can just number one every week. They can just keep rotating.
Yeah. This is some of the best golf though. I feel like we've seen it.
Yeah. It's unbelievable. There's no one running away with it. Rahm and Rory were playing so good, and then now Rahm has just kept it up, and Scheffler's playing good. There's every given week there's a new guy that can win, and it's awesome to watch as a fan.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously Max Homa was right there too, and it's cool to see him play well, and I think we kind of touched upon it. I think maybe last episode or another episode, but he's I listened to him on Part of My Take on Barstool, and he was just such he's yeah, everyone just makes fun of me, picks on me from the show, but he just goes with the flow and just seems like a normal chill guy.
Yeah. He seems awesome. That's the guy that you want to hang out with.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Just like a normal dude.
Yeah. I just want to have some drinks with him and see what's up for the day or what he has going on. But yeah, I mean he's playing well, so it'll be interesting going into obviously the tournament, the players tournament, who's going to come out on top there, and other events that Tiger's going to play in. I mean, Tiger was there Sunday. I mean, we saw the Sunday Red, which has been a while. So
yeah, it was very nice to see that. It brings me back to childhood. I hope he plays in the players just so that we can see him one more time before the Masters. And I mean, you can never count him out of the Masters. He owns that place and he loves that place. So you never know. I mean, he put 4 good rounds together for the most part. He cleans up his putting, which I'm sure he's working on, and he comes out and has a good showing at the players, and then who knows what can happen going forward.
Yeah, seriously. I would love to, honestly, see him Sunday down on the Masters in that running to be right there a couple strokes away, and then obviously, I don't know, Rahm's going to be tough to tough to beat. I feel like Rahm's everyone's might be number one to win.
Yeah, but I mean, he also. I mean, you got to hit it kind of right to left there, and he's more so like a left to right fader, so it's a little bit tougher. But Dustin Johnson won a couple of years ago when it was in the fall time, and he primarily hits it left to right too, so it definitely can get done. And you have the live guys coming over to play in it too.
Oh yeah,
so
it's gonna be nuts.
That's another aspect to it that could change some ways.
Oh my God, yeah, that's gonna be crazy too. I think if you have a live like Phil Mickelson or someone like in like the top, right there with some PGA guys or like that grouping, like picture like I don't know if Reed will be there, but picture like a Reed Rory grouping at the end of Sunday, like what that's gonna do for views, or even Mickelson Tiger, what that would do would be crazy as well. Yeah, but
it'd be insane. It should be interesting. It's pretty fun leading into it to see what it's going to boil down to.
Yeah, exactly. Well, speaking of Liv was on the CW this past weekend. I had no idea. I honestly had no clue that they were on TV. I just showed Austin a meme. It just looks like a big party down there. Not like a meme, but like an actual picture from what was going down at Liv. Did you know that they were on this weekend, or like?
I knew that they were starting their season. It's so weird to me still that they're partnered with the CW. Well, you just don't think of the CW as like a sporting venue, you know, but yeah, I mean, more power to them.
Yeah, seriously.
They're trying.
Yeah, like what I just showed you, I'm sure it's floating around the internet, but it's crazy that the guys on camera caught that too, so I don't know what the CW is shooting for as well on their end of production, but...
They're just not filtering it.
Yeah, I just don't care, I guess. So it's gonna be, I guess they're gonna be the bad boys of golf. I don't know, or try to be the bad boys of golf. So
yeah,
it would be interesting. So yeah, I might have to try to check out the next live event to see.
They're wearing shorts. They're just having a party out there.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, they have like music playing in the background, like, and then like there's a concert. There's always a concert, like somehow a concert involved. Like,
I know.
It's just like Bruce Springsteen's playing, or like it's like what the hell is going on? But hey, whatever.
Funny.
It's golf. The guys are making whatever money, so
buku bucks.
Yeah,
buku bucks.
That's crazy. And Uline, I think, is from Mass. Finished second in that. Or
Yeah.
Which is crazy. Good for him too. For I'm sure he's set up his family pretty well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. All right. So more sports talk. We'll get into NCAA basketball. This weekend was nuts. A lot of crazy games. It's starting to feel like March. It's got that scent of March, I guess, coming around the corner.
Yeah.
But I mean, we had a lot of upsets. We have some close games. I mean, how excited are you for the tournaments and like the conference tournaments and the March Madness itself?
Yeah, I'm super excited for the Big East tournament just because I follow PC, and I mean they've been playing really well. They had a letdown last week, but as far as the Big East tournament at Madison Square Garden, just nose to the wall basketball and just rough physical basketball. I think the tournament, there's so many teams that can win, you know, and I feel like the league tournaments going into March Madness, like people can get hot, and I always go back to UConn. Like that run was just unbelievable, and you just never know, you know.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, that UConn, Kemba Walker, like that's something that I think we talked about that. Like I still YouTube that today, just to like watch the like videos of like everything that they did in the run. But yeah, I think something about the Big East tournament is always nostalgic, and it's always like somewhat like you said, it's anyone's game, like and the Big East tournament. Like there's I think a good chunk of the rankings are between the Big 12 and the Big East and like the top 25. So I mean the Big 12 also will be a lot of fun to watch too, because you got Baylor, Texas, they're like 8 and 9 or 7 and 8 or whatever, and then you got Marquette who's 6. You got PC who's playing Xavier tonight, being Wednesday, and then 20 versus 19, like, and then UConn 18. Like it's
everyone's packed up in the top 25.
Yeah, it's nuts. So I think once you get those guys in there, and you never know who's gonna be the hot team that comes in, you might get surprised that you might get St. John's that just goes around, or Seton Hall, or someone like or like the Seton Hall coach is the St. Peter's coach from last year. So,
yeah, right.
Yeah, so it'd be interesting. But yeah, I'm excited for March. I mean, there are conference tournaments that are going to start tonight as well too. The Patriot League, the Northeast Tournament, and the Big South and the Ohio Valley Conference will all be playing on Wednesday. So those would be. I mean, any kind of March basketball is basketball for excitement for me. And, we'll be here for sure. But speaking of PC, what do you think about PC versus Xavier tonight?
I hope they pull it out. It's a good test going into the Big East tournament. I think that if they can win, they have a little bit momentum going in, and any type of momentum going into the Big East tournament or any tournament leading into the postseason is good, and good momentum to kind of carry with you. So
yeah,
hopefully they play well and get it done. I mean, throughout the season you're gonna have one or two laid eggs, and they did that against UConn last week, and I think bouncing back with a good win against a good team in Xavier, I think that would go a long way.
Yeah, definitely. It's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. I mean, they're fun, and I think they're a tournament team, so they're gonna be fun to see a team from Rhode Island make it in. I don't know. See, hopefully Bryant or Brown. I don't know what the standings are for Bryant and Brown, but hopefully one of them can also sneak in too as well. But PC is just, I mean, they play good basketball every year, and Cooley's got something good going there with the transfer portal and everything like that. He's kind of figured it out. And then Rhode Island also plays tonight versus Loyola Chicago. I don't know.
As of right now, it's pretty irrelevant.
Yeah.
URI is just not fun to watch. So I don't know. Hopefully, in a year or two, he gets to turn it around. Obviously, it's none of his guys that he recruited, so it's a little tough. But at the same time, I mean, programs go through bad times to get to good times, just like anything. So. Hopefully they're able to turn around and get some good pieces coming in.
Yeah, definitely. Then we'll just hop to some NBA talk, some updates. Dame the other night had 71. That's the second game this season. Someone just dropped 71. Donovan Mitchell dropped 71 a couple of weeks before the All-Star break.
Yeah.
I mean, what do you think? I mean, I love Damian Lillard. I think he's one of my favorite players.
Yeah, me too. He's I mean, obviously I don't watch him too much because they're on at 10 o'clock at night out in Portland, but just watching his highlights and stuff, he's such an underdog mentality, and I hope that he continues to stay there and just do good, and hopefully he gets his chance to win a championship. That's kind of what you strive for when you go to an organization, and I think that if they put together a couple good pieces, he's got a good chance to do that.
Yeah, he's one of those rare players that stayed. I know they broke up him and CJ McCollum, which I like CJ. I think that was a good combination with the two of them.
I did too.
I didn't know if they were gonna blow up the team, would trade him, but he's one of those players that he's not asking for a trade. He's just staying, and I like his mentality. He has that dog mentality, that killer mentality that he wants to. He said a quote that everyone asks, talks about what I've done, or questions me about a lot of things, but he said, if I win a championship, they're not going to say anything.
Right.
For Portland, I think he said too, which was really cool comment. So, but, I mean, any team would die to have him on. I'm sure the Suns would love to have him on CP3 or something like that. But and then the Celtics. Have been some good NBA games on Saturday night, and something about Saturday night games I personally love about NBA basketball on Saturday. I don't know what it is. Those Saturday night games, but the Celtics played against the Sixers.
Yep.
In a wild game.
Wild.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
And that's playoff. That was playoff basketball. Yeah. Feeling. I mean, what do you think about what did you think about that game and what did you watch?
I mean, I saw the highlights at it was either the end or Sunday morning, and just seeing Tatum pull up, hit the three, and then Embiid heave a three-quarter court shot that goes in, but it's just too late. That's exactly how NBA games, that's what people want to see, and that's how it kind of brings it back to how college competes.
Yeah.
And now the last 20 games of the season, they kind of get into playoff form, and it becomes more competitive, which is, I think it's interesting, but I understand that it's such a long season, but that game was insane, and I think going into the playoffs, it's good to carry momentum with them as well. Like the Celtics have obviously played great this season, and they have a good opportunity to get back to the finals and hopefully get the job done this year.
Yeah, they have. That was a big game for them too because they now own the season series over Philadelphia, who's like a 3 seed. But if Philadelphia made any kind of run at them, Boston still will get home court advantage over them. So it was an important game for both teams, but I actually forgot James Harden was on the Sixers for a moment. It doesn't get really talked about as much because of Embiid, but like, Embiid's a beast. Like he was good. Dominating them. Like they had no answer for him for like a little while.
Right.
Then Horford went off, like hit like 5 3-pointers in a row or something like that.
Yeah.
And then, Tatum with the big 3 that. Joe Mazzulla, they were like, how'd you come up with that play? And Joe's like, I stole it from Brad Stevens. So, but it's cool to see them playing well, and hopefully like they have a deep team and see what they're going to do in the finals. But it's been good. I mean, some good NBA basketball, too, as well, too, which has been actually kind of nice, too, to watch. So.
Yeah, it's very nice to watch. It brings it back to, like, the Jordan days, where people just wanted to kill each other.
Beat the crap out of each other.
So
everyone just wanted to beat up Michael Jordan.
Right, yeah, exactly. But that's where the competitiveness comes in. Like, that's where I like watching. This is the time of year that I like watching the NBA.
Yeah.
So
same here. That covers everything for today. I mean, do you have anything that you want to add or put out there?
I just I guess I just want to say thank you for having me be a part of this. I think that we have something good going on. I'm really enjoying it. I hope you guys, the viewers, are really enjoying it. We got some good guests lined up coming forward, and I hope we can keep some momentum and keep it going and see what we can make of it.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, and thanks to, always thank you for being such a great co-host.
Yeah.
And, help bringing the guests. I mean, Austin's been pretty much grabbing all the guests for us, and I really appreciate it. And, thanks to everyone that's tuned in and listened, and, we always look forward to our episodes on Wednesday, and, we're going to keep bringing more, and keep an eye out for the March Madness stuff, and keep an eye out for Masters, and I can't wait for the golf season because on-course content's going to be a lot of fun, too.
Yeah.
I think getting guests out there would be fun to have some conversations with them, and but I appreciate you, Austin, and congratulations again on your achievement.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll see you next Wednesday.
Thanks.